This was breaking the second before we went live. I saw a tweet from Nick Sortor. Awesome guy. Check him out if you don't know who he is. Check him out. He put out a tweet that said, look, in the battle of law, there's ups and downs, there's back and forths. When someone says, oh, Viva, you were wrong on the Nicholas Sandman case, but then you become right later on. Or I'm trying to think of another one where, oh yeah, that's right, Fannie Willis in Georgia, where I said she was going to get yeeted from the case, and then the judge didn't do it, but she got yeeted on appeal. And so depending on what stage of the ping pong match or the tennis match that you're at, what chapter of the story you're at, you may or may not be right. You might have been right earlier, and now you're proved wrong. Gilmar Abrego Garcia, the alleged human trafficker, and I say alleged despite the fact that it's pretty much on video, police officer saying this guy's a human trafficker, alleged MS-13 gang member. I say alleged because he was donning the attire. He's got tats on his fingers, which is always a life decision that you should not make, was determined to have been affiliated with MS-13 in one of those immigration hearings from back in 2019, was allegedly wrongly deported back to Ecuador, even though he was allowed to have been deported, just purportedly not back to Ecuador because of apparent risks that someone felt he would experience if he went back to Ecuador, totally not because he was a member of a gang. Arguable whether or not he was even accidentally or wrongly deported back to Ecuador, or whether or not the so-called advocate attorney in the file was trying to sabotage the Trump administration to give the media the talking point that they ran with forever. He was brought back to America after a judge said that the administration must facilitate the return of Gilmar Abrego Garcia back to America, where he was subsequently charged with human trafficking. And a judge today has authorized the release from pretrial detention of Gilmar Abrego Garcia. I guess, he's not a flight risk because he's trying really damn hard to stay in America, even if illegally. Let me just play a portion of the video. If you haven't seen this video, I'll just make sure the volume's not going to blow your ears out.
How are you? Good, and you? All right.
In case you don't remember this.
You got a bunch of people in here, don't you?
It's 1 for 6. Yes.
A lot of people in here.
Gotcha. Where are you working at?
Where? San Luis, Missouri.
Missouri?
Yes, sir.
Gotcha. Okay.
But I'm from Maryland.
Okay.
Just driving 9 people from Missouri to Maryland. We don't need to go here. Let's just go to the end here.
How dark are your windows?
Huh?
How dark's the back windows?
Driving 8 people, tinted windows. I don't know if we passed the part where they talk about the van having been modified to fit 3 more people in it.
Window?
Stand by. How dark are they?
The colors.
Yeah.
From Texas is good.
How many rows have you got in here? 4?
Here we go.
Where?
4 seats? 4 rows of seats?
Yeah, 3 seats. Yeah, with it. Yeah.
Did y'all put an extra one in?
Huh?
Did y'all put another one in?
No.
They did.
They come like this?
This is the truck.
I've never seen one with that many seats in it.
What you say? It's my boss.
I said I've never seen one with that many seats.
Oh,
in
really?
It. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, let's go back here.
You know what you got, right? You know what you got here, right?
You know what you got here, right? Is what one officer is saying to the other.
No. He's hauling these people for money is what he's doing. But
he's hauling these people for money is what he's doing.
sometimes they commingle dope.
No. But
There's 8 people in there.
yeah, I know. I didn't know that. They put an extra row of seats in there.
Yeah. So he's getting paid to haul these people. Probably.
There's 8 people in there. He put an extra row in there. Well, breaking from Nick Sortor, Gilmar Abrego Garcia has just been released by a federal judge and is back on the American streets. A wife-beating, human trafficking, illegal MS-13 gang member from El Salvador is on his way to Maryland as we speak. This is insane. Our justice system needs an overhaul. That was Nick Sortor's tweet. I just had to go see who the judge was. And we'll get into it when I read the article. Judge Waverly D. Crenshaw, Jr. is a federal judge in the United States. Full name, this is from ChatGPT. Waverly David Crenshaw, Jr. Current role, Chief Judge of the U.S. District Court for the Middle District of Tennessee, based in Nashville. Became judge in 2017. Appointed by Barack Obama in 2016. Notable, he was the first African American to become chief judge of the Middle District of Tennessee. Everything is about race and identity politics when it comes to liberals, Democrats, progressives. What is the news, however? Where's the article that I had on this? Gilmar Abrego Garcia. Here we go. Is free. Wrongfully deported Maryland man released, heading home, attorney says. U.S. District Waverly Crenshaw upheld his release last month, saying he saw no evidence Abrego Garcia, quote, has ever been affiliated with MS-13 or any gang. Is he in the country illegally? Is he not even an alleged wife beater? His wife filed the complaint. Is he a wife beater, judge? Maybe. And I shouldn't be a hypocrite when it comes to bail conditions, although some might argue that no unreasonable bail is a provision of the Constitution that is afforded to the people, citizens, natural born or otherwise, and not to illegals. I still think it would apply to illegals in this case. And if he's not a flight risk and you can have reasonable accommodations to release him in the interim while he awaits his trial for human trafficking, let him free. Gilmar Garcia was released from custody in Tennessee on Friday, allowing him to return to Maryland, where he faces federal charges of human smuggling and likely efforts by the Trump administration to deport him. Today he's free, said his attorney, Sean Hecker. He is presently en route to his family in Maryland after being... I'm sure his wife is happy about this. Oh, shit, is what she's thinking. Holy hell. These people are so tolerant and these people are such women's rights advocates that they're getting the man who beat me to the point where I filed a police complaint back into my loving arms and back into my loving face. He's presently en route to his family in Maryland after being unlawfully arrested, deported, and then imprisoned, all because of the government's vindictive attack on a man who had the courage to fight back against the administration's continuing assault on the rule of law. He is grateful that his access to American courts has provided meaningful due process. Abrego Garcia's grant of relative freedom, his first since he was unlawfully deported, yada, 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 may be brief. Immigration and Customs Enforcement's ICE officials have said that the agency will seek to swiftly detain and begin removal proceedings to a third, as yet unidentified country once Abrego is no longer in the custody of U.S. Marshals. Why? Because he was allowed to be deported. He just allegedly, under whatever provision there, wasn't supposed to be deported back to El Salvador. Last month, federal judge in Maryland barred ICE from immediately rearresting Abrego. Oh, it's amazing. Yeah. Judges preventing police from enforcing the law. As though we don't see exactly what happens when police enforce the law in D.C. U.S. District Paula Zinus ordered him return to the same supervision conditions, yada, yada, yada. What's next? After being released, he'll have 48 hours to return to Maryland before he has to report for pretrial supervision. Private security firm will help him go back. There, his legal fights will continue on two fronts. Earlier this week, attorneys from the New York law firm Hecker Fink, that's an unfortunate name, representing Abrego Garcia in his criminal case, filed a motion to dismiss for vindictive prosecution. Yeah. The evidence of that, they say, is clear from a whistleblower complaint filed by the Justice Department, who claims he was fired after refusing to file a misleading brief in the case to unsubstantiated but highly publicized claims of him being MS-13. All right. Do we care about the rest of this? Why was he released? He's been released. His release has been delayed for months. First ordered him. He acknowledged that Abrego Garcia was likely to go immediately into ICE custody, said federal prosecutors. Crenshaw, who was appointed on the branch by Barack Obama, upheld that last month. Yada, yada. There's no evidence that he was a member of MS-13. Yep, no evidence that he was human trafficking either. That video that you saw, not evidence. The affidavit filed by his wife, not evidence. But thank you, liberals, I'm sure his wife is saying, for getting Abrego Garcia back into the same house as me. Wild and obscene.